the market kind of told us, hey, we're not interested in showing management because we're already used to this system that we're using. So we were kind of forced to build other things that add value to agents. And it forced us to go a little bit wide. But what ended up happening after that acquisition is all of a sudden agents were like, wow, we need showing management now.
Always. Jake never tells me when we're live. He'll be like, oh, you're live now.
Yeah, we'll be talking for like 10 minutes.
Pretty much. So what's going to happen is there's going to be more people like tuning in on Facebook. That's typically how it always works out. So we'll have a handful of people jumping into the Zoom, but more people will be. Oh, and we are live. See, he said down there, oh, we're live. Oh, by the way,
he told you this side. We're good.
Yeah. But he said it like, oh, by the way. So, hey, everyone, how's it going? I'm Nick Baldwin, co-founder of LabCoatAgents, and we are here today with Luke Larson, who is the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer of a really cool showing management product called Showingly. And ever since this company called Zillow bought this other company called ShowingTime, there has been a scramble to find an alternative. For a long time, ShowingTime was really the only game in town. But now there's Showingly, which is actual technology. It's not just a call center. There is actual technology involved in this system. So Luke, thank you for being with us today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me again. It's always nice coming on and talking to you guys. So
awesome. Well, we love Showingly. It's a really cool product. And showing management is a term, I think that's kind of like a new term, right? Like what I've used I used ShowingTime for a long time. And I never really thought of like showing management as like a term that we would use, right? So like, where did that come from?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising because a lot of agents are familiar with the concept of these platforms. And surprisingly, a lot of agents still don't use anything to manage showings either. So when it comes to using the term showing management, for us, it makes a lot of sense because the platform is used to schedule showings and for you to manage those appointments with your clients. So there's a lot of things that agents will call it sometimes: listing management, home access management, showing management. But at the core, it's a way to kind of streamline your day by interacting with all the parties involved when requesting showings. So, that's one thing you'll never get around when trying to close a deal is the showing. So having a platform to actually manage those appointments effectively helps a lot of agents out.
Yeah, I used to hear a lot of agents, and I still do hear a lot of agents go, it's so impersonal, right? Like I need to pick up the phone and I need to be the one to then call my seller and then schedule it in my little book and so on and so forth. I mean, I don't know about you, but I didn't get into real estate to be an appointment setter. I got into real estate to be a house seller. So if I'm going to be spending my weekends fielding phone calls, I'm not going to be able to go out there and sell more houses. So why is it so important for an agent to use this type of technology?
Yeah, well, I guess like you said, you didn't get in the game to just be an appointment setter and make phone calls. A lot of agents, when they start using our platform, are really surprised at how much time a simple solution like this can free up for them. And it's important because if you're making phone calls just to communicate back and forth with the seller or, get appointments approved on your listing, you don't have time to do other things that help you grow your business, like follow up with new leads, prospect, send out your mailers, all that different things that help increase revenue because you're spending time setting up the appointments. So, a lot of agents will transition to start using this platform and be surprised at how much time it saves them. Mm-hmm. And really, it's not meant to take away from your relationships. We work with a ton of boutique brokerages as well that still have great relationships with their clients. But the reality is, and what we're starting to see here is sellers and even buyers are leaning towards technology when it comes to searching for properties or even approving showings on their own properties. A lot of times they don't like to get random phone calls that they don't need, right? It also saves them time. You see it with the Uber apps, with Uber Eats. A lot of people are having leave at the door or things that minimize some of that interaction. And it's not meant to take away from the human connection. It's just meant to give you back more time to do things that are important to you. You know, so a lot of boutique brokerages will still use the platforms, especially with our client connection features, which we could get into a little bit later, but actually provides a transparent process for those clients as well. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's meant to help your business and help save your time so that you can build better relationships and you can grow your business.
Yeah. You know, I think that like, as agents, relationships are what build our business. And I firmly believe that now technology is actually helping solidify relationships. Like the better, the smoother the transaction is, and the better the tech is, the smoother the transaction is going to be. And if a transaction is smooth because of technology, in the mind of the consumer, that's making you a more trusted source, therefore solidifying a relationship. So we talked about showing management, and you know, you guys have a lot of features within the platform. And recently, you know, you were just telling me that recently you guys decided to kind of just start honing it in a little bit more into like focusing on, you know, your one thing, as we say. So if you can show us or tell us and show us a little bit about what the showing management aspect of Showingly looks like.
Absolutely.
And does.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess to preface it a little bit, you're absolutely right. We built a lot into the platform because we've actually been around before the whole Zillow showing time acquisition, and we were building showing management. We're building products that help agents out in their day. And before that acquisition, the market kind of told us, hey, we're not interested in showing management because we're already used to this system that we're using. So we were kind of forced to build other things that add value to agents. And it forced us to go a little bit wide. But what ended up happening after that acquisition is all of a sudden agents were like, wow, we need showing management now. And they started coming back to us and asking for more robust features directly related to showing management. So one of the things that we've done recently, just in response to our user feedback and feedback from our MLSs, is really hone that in and offer a lot more value when it comes to scheduling showings than any other product does on the market right now. So I'll share my screen and show you some of that, but I think you guys will be excited to see some of these changes. Can you see my screen all right?
I can, yes.
Awesome. So this is a look inside of our web product. I'm just going to show web today. We do have a mobile app as well. It's a mirrored experience. So everything you're seeing here will be exactly what you're seeing on your app as well. But this is the search screen. So usually I start on the listing agent side, but I think today we'll start at the buyer's agent side of things, just to show you how easy it is to set up appointments with your clients and show you some of those new features that we've homed in. So like we said a little bit earlier, showing management, right? It's meant to save you time when scheduling appointments. So here you can see is our search screen. We have access to data from the MLS. So if you're looking to schedule showings on specific properties for your buyers, you can actually come here and schedule showings on them. So you can see here, I could find one. There's a couple options. You can log the showing or you can queue it up. And this is what's really unique about the buyer side. A lot of times when you're scheduling showings, Nick, I'm sure you can relate to this too. It's not just one showing. A lot of times you're seeing multiple in a day with a buyer. And so a lot of these other platforms are limited in the fact that they don't integrate with showings that are not managed through their platform. So what we actually do here is allow you to queue up all of those listings that your buyer might want to see, add a start point, add an endpoint here, and you could actually route optimize within the platform.
Dude, that is so good, because so many MLSs have map features, but you have to actually figure it out yourself.
Yeah, and beyond that, a lot of agents we talked to before implementing this, they would take their list and put it into a separate platform, whether it's Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever they're using on their phone, and try and order them that way. But that's just a lot of work. So
So
we thought, why
basically
not
here
build
you
this in?
select the house, you want to show first, then you select the house you want to show last, and then it just puts all the others in between.
Yeah, there's a couple ways that you can do it. If you just start adding listings to your queue, it'll add them up here, and you can add a start point or end point that's not related to a listing.
Oh, like the
Because
office.
you can have it be the office. Exactly. You can have it be your home, or maybe you're meeting a buyer after your day at a Starbucks close by. So you can actually set what your start point and end points are, and then route optimize, and it'll order these in the order that you should schedule them.
Oh, it's so
And then
cool.
show you how to get there. So this is one of those things that, when users start saying, hey, we really want better showing management features, and there is a market for this, one of those things that we implemented just to save you a ton of time. Because now you're going to know exactly when to schedule for your clients, and you can schedule them all here once you select times. This is where you can see the availability. You can add your clients to it. You can schedule all by clicking just one button. So
what?
Yeah, saves a lot of time.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. You can schedule all. So like how many houses are there? Like 6, 7?
I've got like 6 in my queue right now, but you can add as many as you want.
You could click schedule all and it sends out showing notifications to like every agent.
Yep. So the
or homeowner or whatever it is.
Yeah, the beautiful part about this is we link up with the listing agents and their sellers, because you can see here we have a listings page. So everyone who is involved in the showing appointment is linked into our backend. So you don't have to worry about back and forth, or you don't have to worry about sending a phone call. Let the technology do it for you. Queue them up, route optimize, pick times and schedule. We'll send it out to the agents. They can handle the rest from there. So it makes it really, really easy.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool feature. I don't think you guys had that feature last time.
Yeah, that's actually fairly new. I think we released that probably about a month ago. Probably right after our last call, I think, on the LCA.
That's a huge time saver. I told you, man, I didn't get into real estate to be an appointment setter. So, this is awesome. I got into real estate to be a house seller.
Yeah.
All right. So what's another cool showing management feature we should be aware of? I saw the calendar. Can you show us how you can sync up the calendar with your clients?
Yeah. So a couple of ways. When you scheduled that showing, or scheduled all, if you had multiple in your queue, we send it out to the listing agents and the sellers for approval. There's a couple places in the app here that you can find the information you need on the status, if it's been confirmed, if it's been denied. You can find the lockbox info. One of those places is the calendar here. So you can see different appointments that you have and click in to see the statuses here. If you ever need to update, you can update it. This is where you come to get lockbox information, things like that. The other place you can find that information is on your showings page. This is a page that we're doing a lot to revamp right now to make it a lot easier, but this is also a place you can come to filter by ones that need action. Maybe you need to leave feedback, or filter by ones that are upcoming here. So there's a couple different places you can find that. But the cool thing here, and you kind of alluded to it, is we link up with your clients, and that's something that's super unique to us. No other showing management provider that's live out there right now syncs up with buyer clients. So when you're scheduling a showings, and I'll just go back here to show you that real quick, you can see there's an add client button to this. Now, unlike other showing providers where you can just log it against the client, we actually let you attach the client to it because they have an app of their own. So when you're scheduling showings, all of these showings on your calendar are going to be in their app as well. So they'll have a nice itinerary, and they can see when appointments are being approved. They can keep track of their day. Remember, hey, we saw 5 homes. What was the second home? What did I really like about it? And they could also send notes back and forth with you as well. So the calendar you're seeing here with your showings, your clients actually have as well. So it makes it really easy for them.
Love it. That's awesome.
Absolutely. And that logs on your client's page too. So you can see here, I have one client. I can come in here and see showings I've scheduled with them. I can actually log notes, calls, use it as a mini CRM related to showings, if you will. And then you can see favorites and listings as well. So this is something that's really unique to us. A lot of showing providers are kind of just agent to agent or agent to seller. We loop in the buyer too, so that, really there is no need to make a phone call. Your buyers don't have to send you screenshots of listings they want to see. They can send you listings they want to see directly through the app. You'll see them in your CRM and you could schedule them all in one place. So that's,
and so, we mentioned the app earlier. There is a branded app for you and for your clients to use. So it's their home search app. And so
Absolutely.
all of this gets synced together, right? So if you have that, if you schedule a showing, it gets logged on their side too, right?
Yep, absolutely. So when you attach a client, when you're scheduling the showing, it's in their itinerary, in their showings page, mirrored experience to what you're seeing here. They have a calendar as well. So they can see, hey, this is still pending. Your agent's working on getting it approved. They can see when it is approved. They can get directions. So all of this is connected back and forth, which really helps save time. And like you said, that kind of builds trust, right? If the home showing process goes really smooth with your clients, they're going to give you referrals. They're going to be like, wow, this was great. It was so easy to find homes I wanted to see. It was so easy to get them scheduled, and it was so easy to get a deal done.
Yeah. And by the way, we complain a lot about, my client, they're always calling me at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night and yada, yada, yada. Your clients are calling you at all hours of the night because they have unanswered questions and they're confused and they don't have the information that they need. They don't want an on-demand agent. They want on-demand information. So if you're giving them information as easily as possible, listen, I hate to break it to you, they don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to call you at 10 o'clock at night as much as you don't want to hear from them. So if they can get all the information and it's seamlessly connected like this, to them, that's a relationship that they're starting to trust.
Absolutely. And I could tell you from my experience, I actually use this. Me and my girlfriend were searching for a home in Denver, and I connected with my agent, and I just searched for homes right in my app instead of going to a Zillow that I knew I was going to get sold as a lead to 20 other agents. I just went to my app that was directly tied to my agent, saw all the MLS listings, and just requested showings. When my agent approved them, I got directions and showed up at the property. It was
that's so cool. Easy. Like the client goes into the app, requests a showing, the agent gets that notification, then clicks the button to schedule the showing. The client sees that the agent scheduled the showing. And then when the showing gets accepted, the client sees that it's accepted and they're like, okay, it's accepted 4 o'clock tomorrow. And everyone's just going to show up. Like, that's so cool.
Exactly. And honestly, I mean, you hit it on the head too. Clients, they don't want to be calling you at 10 at night either because they have unanswered questions. They want to be able to find listings that they want to see, that they might potentially want to own, and get showing scheduled, and then use you for what you're good at. They want to use you for your expertise, helping them actually get into the home. And honestly, you don't need to waste your time helping them find the listings this way. Let the technology take that off your plate,
Yep, for sure, for sure. So what else should we know about the showing management aspect of this platform?
I think one thing that I didn't really show you, and this is where we get to the listing agent side of things. When you're working with seller clients and you're having a lot of incoming showing requests, this is where it really saves you time. So you can see here, I'm on my listings page. I have a couple different listings, but I'll just tap into one to show you. I have this one already configured, but this is where you can come to approve or deny requests. You can do this on your mobile app as well. And this is where you can come to see your showing history and feedback. So, a lot of listing agents, when it comes to getting other buyers into the home and getting feedback to help position it in the market the way it should so that it can sell, they run into problems. A lot of agents don't leave feedback as much anymore. They're usually lengthy forms. There's a lot of homes they're seeing. Agents just forget. Every agent is super, super busy. So when it comes to managing your listings, not only is it super easy to approve or deny appointments, but we make it really easy for buyers agents to leave feedback. We do a star rating system here so that immediately after they complete a showing on your property, they're getting notifications to their phone. We automate it for you, and it's super simple for them to fill out a star rating system and give additional info for your buyers. So we actually see a lot more feedback being sent through our platform this way. And it's also super nice on your showing history page here to see all the info that's of the agents who were interested. So if you do need to reach back out regarding an offer, or regarding a price adjustment or an update on your listing, you don't have to go find that information. So on the listing agent side of things as well, it's so streamlined, communicating with your sellers as well. So they have their app, they can approve or deny appointments too. So this is kind of the other side of it. But it's all connected by the same backend, which is really the beauty of it.
So there's an agent version, but there's also a brokerage version. So what's the main, like, what are the main differences?
Yeah, so the agent version, this is the product that you're seeing right here. It is for agents to connect with clients and schedule showings for their clients. That's the primary focus. We do a very, very good job at that. The broker product is a separate product that we have, but it's aimed at gaining a lot of insights into your brokerage through production, as well as engaging with their agents as well. A lot of brokerages will run into the problem of, bringing on 20 new agents and, having a hard time onboarding them onto the systems, or having a hard time getting them to show up to meetings, or engagement's just a problem in general for brokerages that are intent on growing. So our brokerage product really thrives at engaging with your team and getting insights in your team. So on your agent product here, you can see there is a brokerage tab. This is one place to schedule showings as well as communicate with your team. So when your brokerage has events or announcements or posts, or you're having a team meeting, they can actually send that through their platform and it'll show up in your agent app as well. So you don't have to go to a group me that's separate from where you manage clients, that's separate from where you schedule showings. You can communicate with a brokerage and get the information that you need in the same place. So you can see you have a feed here. You can also see listings from your team. Maybe your buyer might be interested in listings from an agent who is at your brokerage. So this is kind of your hub where we tie a little bit of your brokerage into showing management as well.
Isn't there a feature where if there is a team that has a lot of listings, isn't there a feature where you can receive notifications when that team or agent lists a property?
Yeah, so this section right here on the listings tab is where you would see all that information. So the second someone from your team has a new listing, it'll pop up here and you'll get that notification within your brokerage section.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. So
it makes it easy from there. If it is one that meets your buyer's criteria, you can actually click on it and schedule a showing.
Hey, you know what that will do, Luke?
What's that?
That'll cut down on all the emails that agents send out to other agents telling them that they have a new listing.
Yeah.
Because agents absolutely love getting those emails. So I'm just kidding. They're like, why are you sending me emails about your listing? Well, this is a great way to just get notified when an agent in your area or in your office lists a property. You won't miss it. Is that the agent relationship management? Is that what we're talking about, or is that something different?
The agent relationship management is part of the brokerage product. However, you could think of it a little bit in the same way. So if you do have a new listing come on, like you said, agents like to send out emails to try and drive traffic to it, right?
Right.
With this platform, since we directly sync with the MLS, you don't even have to send out an email. We just detect you have a new listing and we'll send it out to the listings feed here. So agents will see the new listings coming on the market when they're accepting showings, and ultimately can schedule to help further that deal down the pipeline. So a little bit separate from our agent relationship management, but you can think about it a little bit in the same way, where this is how you kind of engage with other agents in your market.
Mm-hmm. No, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about like the CRM aspect of it, if you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah. So the CRM aspect is our clients tab here. And this, honestly, to me, this is one of the biggest things that our platform does that's going to add value not only to you, but to your clients as well. We're the only showing provider that integrates with your buyers. So this is important for a few reasons. If you think about your own business and how you typically go about scheduling showings, usually you're either sending email drips from the MLS, or your buyers are searching for properties on their own, and buyers love convenience, right? That's why they search on their phone these days. That's why they go to sites like Zillow and Realtor. But the problem with that is it doesn't sync up with the place that you schedule. So it still creates back and forth where you get a screenshot that then you go to the MLS, that then you look up, that then you find the availability, that then you coordinate a time, that then you schedule. And so what our CRM does is directly linked to your clients for the purpose of showing management. So a lot of agents will use this side by side with other CRMs for new leads and new prospects. But when it really comes to building the relationship with your client and getting showing scheduled, this is where it thrives because like we said a little earlier, your client has an app of their own where they can search the whole MLS database in a very familiar filling that they're used to from sites like Zillow or Realtor. But the difference is they're tied to you, so they won't be sold as leads. And when they schedule showings, it'll log into your CRM here, where you can then schedule the showing. They can leave notes for you. There's a little bit of in-app communication, and you can manage those relationships that are closer to closing through the same place that you actually schedule the showing. So that just helps minimize duplicate entry instead of, scheduling a showing and then going to your other CRM where you log, hey, we have a showing this day. They're interested in this type of property. That information is going to automatically log just by nature of your buyer using their app. So all of this will automatically log in your CRM, which, is really where we're different from other showing providers. And a lot of agents use just for convenience for their clients because it provides so much transparency for their clients, but also for them.
So how do the agents get their hands on this product? Because you got to be in their market, right?
Yeah. So in order to be in the market, we have to have a relationship with the MLS just because that's where the listing data feeds from. That's what facilitates the consumer search and the scheduling piece of it. So we are available in 8 markets now. If we're available in your market, it's super simple. You just download the Showingly app or go to your MLS and single sign on through your MLS. So it's pretty easy. The same app that you use will be the same app your buyers use. So just download Showingly. And if we're not in your market, please reach out to us. We're in talks with a ton of MLSs, trying to get in as many markets as we can. And sometimes just a little bit of member interest speeds that up. So if this is something that you see helping you, please reach out. Just send us an email on our website. You can contact us from there, and we'll work with you. We can work out some deals to help you guys get this as quick as possible.
Yeah, and talk to your associations, because if they'll partner with an MLS. And Luke, tell them how much it costs when you partner with an MLS.
When we partner with an MLS, the platform itself is free, so you can get on there.
Hold on a second.
Schedule.
$0.
Yeah, it's a little surprising. Usually agents are used to paying a lot for showing management, but honestly, this product is meant to enhance your business, and we don't believe we should charge for you simply to conduct it. You should pay for things that grow your business. So if we partner with an MLS, usually listing management is included. So it'll be free for you to use.
So Paul in the chat is saying, bring it to Dallas. Well, Paul, you got to go to your association or your MLS and tell them that you want them to talk to Showing Time. I'm sorry, not Showing Time, Showingly. Oh my gosh. Total slip of the tongue, Luke. You want them to talk to Showingly, showingly.com. If you want to bring it to Dallas, you got to get that going. And Alex in the chat says that it's in Miami right now, which is true. Yep. You're in the Miami market and he is eager to use it. Well, Alex, what is taking you so long? Use it already. Sheesh.
Alex, you should be able to just log into Miami MLS and click the single sign-on button. It'll get you in there.
Oh, well, that's super simple. What markets are you in right now? Do you know off the top of your head?
I do. I can try and ring them off.
Some of them. I know you're in Colorado. You're in Denver.
We're in Colorado. That's our home market here. Paul, we're actually in Austin, not quite in Dallas, but we're in Ybor. We're also in Massachusetts with MLS PIN, Bakersfield in California. I believe we're in Alaska as well. And there's probably a few other I'm forgetting. But
well, I don't think you're. Yeah, that's awesome. Get to New Jersey and get to Michigan. Those are the two. I'm in Michigan now, and New Jersey is where I'm licensed, and I'm going to be licensed in Michigan very soon, but that's awesome. Yeah, Alex says he doesn't understand how you're not in all MLSs. Yeah, I don't, dude. I honestly, dude, like, I don't understand it either. Like, this is probably one of the single most coolest products I've personally ever seen. Like, the way that it communicates so seamlessly with your client it's a total game changer. Your clients are going to think you're like the most amazing agent on the face of the planet. And like I said, they don't want you to be an on-demand agent. They want on-demand information. And this is what's going to give it to them. They want to know when things are happening, right? They want to see, okay, Nick is in the process of scheduling this appointment. Okay, great. He just scheduled this appointment. Here's the houses we're going to see. And this is the order we're going to see the houses in. It's very transparent, like real estate never used to be very transparent. And now we're seeing showing transparency. We're seeing transaction transparency. We're seeing a lot of transparency in different areas of the transaction. And it makes it it's very important for that to continue to evolve.
Absolutely.
So all you have to do is go to your association or go to your MLS, say if enough agents say they're interested in Showingly, then, Showingly can have that conversation.
Honestly, usually that's all it takes. It's MLS relationships. Alex, I agree with you. I think we should be in every state. They just take some time. There's a little bit of data integration and some conversations that go on. So yeah, usually all it takes is a couple of brokerages or a couple of agents reaching out saying, hey, I really want to use this product, but we're not available. And that spurs the conversation, speeds it up. So
let me see if I get this right. As a brokerage can get it without having it be part of the association, right? Or
a brokerage can request it from the MLS because we still need the listing data from the MLS.
Okay.
So if a brokerage goes to the MLS, that goes a long, long way.
So if the MLS for some reason doesn't get it, the brokerage can get it and have permission from the MLS.
Yeah, we can sign broker agreements within the MLS so that your listing data is on the platform.
Okay.
If an individual broker wants to do that, we can. But it's always better to get the full integration.
For sure. 100%.
Because then we have things like the button there that agents just click through the MLS. It just makes things easier.
But like if they don't want to wait, like while you're waiting for that process for the MLS to approve it all, right? A brokerage to tide over their agents for a couple months can do that. Paul Blair says he's happy to make a call to Metro Tex in Dallas. He's a broker. Dude, make the call.
I appreciate it. Reach out to us too. We'll help with it.
Make the call. And Alex says, can you work on the Miami listings app? Miami list. Which app is that? Are
you talking about the MLS itself?
Oh, the MLS. Yeah. Well, you won't need that once you click that button in your MLS, Alex, because you're a slowpoke. Click the button. You already have it.
Alex, all of the listings that are in the MLS are in our platform, so you don't need to search anymore.
Yeah. So get off of that stupid app and get on Showingly. All right. Awesome, man. This has been great. Lots of new features that I wasn't aware of. I think it's a great platform. I think it'll make everyone's life so much easier. Here at LabCoatAgents, we only talk to tech companies that we really believe in and that we think are changing the game. Showingly is definitely doing that. And it's been cool to see a lot of the new stuff that you guys are working on. It's just getting better. And there's so many other things we didn't even cover. Like there's so many things we didn't even cover. But the showing management system is what's really super important. We wanted to dive deep into that. Luke, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Absolutely. It's always good to be here, Nick.
Go to showingly.com. If you and also talk to your MLS or your association, have them reach out to showingly.com to get that integration going. All right, everyone, have a happy Thanksgiving and stay safe. And we will see you next time.
See you, everybody.